Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, everyone's talking about Patty Jenkins. A couple of days ago, it came out that Wonder Woman 3 had been cancelled, essentially, and everyone assumed that Patty was the victim. That James Gunn and I think Peter Safran, whatever his name is, that she was just part of the collateral damage of them being tasked with putting the DCU back on some sort of new trajectory. And there was a lot of talk about it, and a bit of sympathy because she had two other projects that she could have been working on, Cleopatra and something, I forgot what the other thing was. She basically prioritised Wonder Woman 3 and walked away from those other projects so she could do this, and now they've basically appeared to have just, dropped her from it. But some more information has come out, and it does seem a little bit more complicated. Basically, Patty had been working on the Wonder Woman 3 script because she wrote and directed the second film. She directed the first film, and she'd been given the job to write and direct the third film. And she handed in her draft, and they basically were like, no, this doesn't fit with our direction. We don't understand what you're doing here with this character. We don't understand, which I don't know if that could have anything to do with the fact that we're talking about like four men here, because there's also the studio CEOs who are in on the I can't call it an interview, the meeting or whatever. So they basically looked at her and said, yeah, we don't get this, we want something else. And they gave her the option of writing another treatment, and basically I guess they told her the direction they wanted to go in and said, this is what we want, this is where we want to take Wonder Woman. And they basically gave her, I guess, the first shot at it. And she basically said, no, I've been working on this for years. This is basically my trilogy of Wonder Woman films. This is, the conclusion to this story. And this is how I want it to be. This is the character arc that I set up in the other two films. That means something. This is, a character. This is an art. This is art. This is something I've created. This is not just, you can't just go, oh, let's just change the ending and stick another ending on it because we'd like to go in this direction when we've already established the direction that this character is going in. So she basically walked away, and there are rumors that she sent them a link to the Wikipedia definition or an essay about character arcs, and that she's being made out to be the villain now. Basically, the usual suspects have jumped on this as, oh, Patty the villain, and she's just being rude and unprofessional, and that she apparently, just stormed off in a huff because she didn't get her way. And I'm like, for God's sake, she's been working on these films for like a decade. She has spent the last year or so writing this film. She's put aside other projects she could have worked on, and now they're basically saying, well, we're changing our minds and we want something else. We're going to give you a chance to give it to us, but if you don't, basically, we're done. So imagine getting that after working on something for years with people, and then these new people come in and say, yeah, no, we're going to do something else. So I totally understand. I personally would have taken the opportunity to rewrite it and try and just fit some of my stuff in with some of their stuff in and still get some sort of conclusion for the character in the direction I was going in somehow. I would have tried to do that. But, she got a huge payout for the second film when she lost money because they put it through to streaming and so forth. And, she doesn't need the aggravation of doing that. I personally would have done it because I wouldn't have wanted to have given up the character like that. And I don't know, the talk is they still want Gal and they still want to do Wonder Woman films. They just don't want that story. They just don't want to go in that direction with what was happening there. And a lot of people criticize the second film. I liked it. I don't understand why people hated it. I haven't watched it a second time because I watched it once online. I bought it on Blu-ray and DVD since and haven't had the time to rewatch the film. I'm going to watch the two of them together. I don't understand why people hated it so much. Part of it was political because in the press they sort of implied that the villain was based on 1980s Donald Trump, which was really just a superficial statement. But that was enough for the trolls to jump on that, and basically for the right-wing, people to basically review bomb it and attack it and basically give it the woke film treatment. So that plus the you-know-what that was happening at the time that was released during, along with online, did hurt the box office and so forth. So I don't think it got a really fair shake. and I really think she should have been given an opportunity to finish off the films as she saw fit, and they could have gone somewhere else with Wonder Woman after this. And if I was her, I would have stayed and tried to maintain some of what I'd set up. But apparently she had better things to do, like perhaps the other film projects she walked away from that she might be able to get back in on. So, but yeah, it's just really, really sad that so many people are jumping on this and making her out like the difficult woman, just all these misogynistic stereotypes and just making her out to be the villain when she's really the victim. She was working on these films for years for the studio, and then they get new people in who just say, yeah, no, we're ditching what you want to do, do something else, like she's some sort of, performing monkey that can just, jump and do whatever they want. Art is not like that. Building a character over years is not like that. They don't get that because they're money people. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.